You know what really freaked me out was when John McCain was on Saturday Night Live, because he was really good. He was funny.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
He's actually a good actor. I remember that. That was
Like-
that was
That's
right
fun.
before the
Yeah.
election. That was his October surprise.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping Trump's October surprise is he brings Corn Pop out.
It's too late.
And Corn Pop
I hope so.
tells his half of the story, and it
Corn
turns
Pop.
out it's completely
He wasn't
different.
such a bad guy.
Like
He
Joe
was a great
Joe
guy.
Biden was sniffing his hair and just being like just all horribly unprofessional lifeguard.
Wait, it's Trump's October surprise.
That's Trump's. He's like, we're bringing out the great man who needs no introduction. The great
Corn Pop.
The final piece of
We
Hunter
like Corn
Biden's
Pop.
laptop.
We like
That's
Corn
right.
Pop. Then the final piece of Hunter Biden's laptop is like
Yeah.
Corn Pop's contact information.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they're able to reach out to him and bring him on stage.
Oh man, I would
You know,
love
to
that.
be completely honest, like the weirdest thing about the Corn Pop story is that it's really obvious Joe Biden was terrified of these guys.
Right.
Like,
Well, yeah, they got the rusty razor,
But
put him
why
in
is
the
it-
barrel,
why-
bang him on the cement.
why is Joe Biden telling us a story about the one time a guy threatened him with a knife and he got scared and apologized?
A razor. Well, because he stood out there with a chain because Bill Wright told him the mechanic who showed him where all the pool filter is.
Dude, do people like?
Took him in and he said if you don't you get that chain that goes across the deep end and say if you don't get out I'm gonna wrap this around your head and if you don't do it then you can't come back, and he was right. And so Joe Biden went out there and he threatened Corn Pop. He threatened him but also apologized at the same time. He's like, I shouldn't have called you Esther Williams,
Dude.
but I'm sorry I called.
Did you? Is Tucker Carlson doing the Bobby Linsky thing tonight?
I don't know.
What if
that.
what if the whole big reveal is that the secret documents they got was not Hunter Biden collusion. It was just Corn Pop photos of him. He's like a friend. He's a friend of the Biden family. The whole thing was fake.
It was a false flag, dude.
Biden made the whole story
got
up.
to find Corn Pop.
Dude, he just Corn Pop was
Searching for Corn Pop.
Corn Pop was a good family friend who Biden just threw under the bus.
He was.
And just like completely
another
destroyed
Joe
his
Biden
reputation.
lie.
And
I
now
know.
Joe Biden, now
look.
Corn Pop's life is over. It's ruined. He
It's
like can't
sad.
get a job doing
You-
anything.
oh,
It's
man.
because
You want to be
Joe-
you want to be real though? I'm willing to bet the
Always.
Corn Pop story wasn't his story.
I
For real
know
though.
you're right.
For real though.
He's a
Plagiarism.
plagiarist.
No,
He's a plagiarist.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet it like happened to his friend.
But why would that? Why is that the story you'd plagiarize? Like I don't get
Why
it.
did he- hold on, no.
Because he was like, why am I the first Biden to ever not work in coal mines and go to college? But like that's kind of a noble thing to discuss.
That's
The
not
fact
even
that you
true,
come
is
from-
it?
No,
No,
it's not
that
true.
didn't happen. There was a British
That's
politician.
not true.
There was a British politician who's like, why is it that I am the first in my family to be college educated? My ancestors are working the coal mines. And
Yep.
Joe's like, why did my family work in the coal mines, Jack? And then came up and did.
Yep.
And I was the first one to get to go to the pool filter. And it was almost word for word. It was like this wasn't like Joe Biden plagiarizing some, pro-democracy, pro-freedom banality you could hear any politician say. He was drawing from this man's life experience and family history.
Sad.
But I could understand why, because it was kind of an inspiring story. Why would you make the corn? Like, I just don't get it. I hear what you're saying, but it's.
You see the
it's
Johnny
like, why
Carson
would
bit?
he lie about Corn Pop?
You see the Johnny Carson bit from way
No.
back when? We did mention this on the show a couple days ago or whatever, but it was a big scandal that he was plagiarizing. And so Johnny Carson was like, Joe Biden's had to drop out of the race because he's been caught plagiarizing. And to calm his staff down, he said, don't worry, there's nothing to fear but fear itself.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's fantastic.
my favorite.
Hold on.
That was 7 years ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
something
So-
like
so
that.
Wait. You ask why did he tell this story, and I agree. Why did he tell us this story? But why did he tell the story about the kids playing with his hair in the pool?
Oh, that's so gross.
What is wrong with
That
this?
was the
He
same
likes-
day. That was actually the same
It
day.
was the same. It was the same
He's
thing.
like, I got hairy legs. And the one thing.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
the man
What
kids
is-
come
what
up
is
and mat him down.
Did you
down.
have you ever actually listened to the full thing?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I
It's-
animated
it's-
the Corn Pop story.
He did, yeah.
Oh, you did?
So I did.
Kids
We had
on
like
my
2.5 minutes.
amazing.
But it's like
Or myself and my team. I can't take all the credit.
when Grandpa is out of it, he's out of it, and he's rambling, and you're just like, what do we do? And your parents are like, just let him.
He's
tell
Abe
us,
Simpson.
Yeah,
he's
he
Abe
really
Simpson.
is.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Wow.
think
Are we gonna
He's
elect?
plagiarizing Abe Simpson.
Yeah,
So-
like
so-
his
my
entire
gosh.
persona was
Let's
lifted off
not.
of a Simpsons character. That's
Gosh,
you know,
this makes sense.
Did you see he accidentally called Trump George?
that we're gonna
Yeah.
get 4 more years of George.
Yeah.
And so
What?
well, hold on. Apparently, people are saying that George Lopez, I guess,
what
was
I heard.
hosting it,
What?
and so he just mixed up George
Oh,
and Trump.
man.
George
You're saying
Lopez.
It meant George Bush
Yeah,
because he's
he's
going.
Well, he didn't say
senile.
George Bush. He didn't say
said
George because George Lopez was the host.
Okay.
So
So
weird.
he thought George Lopez was president.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
kidding. He mixed up the names. But
That's
the
not
point is,
better.
Jill was sitting next to him going, Trump, Trump.
Oh my
Whispering.
gosh,
Was
was she
she
really?
really?
Behind every great man is a woman.
No.
Yep.
Listen,
And-
listen. You watch these videos and you see Jill Biden and Joe, and it's very obvious that we are like on the line between you've got real candidate here and you've got weekend at Biden's here.
Yeah.
And you've got that thin line where Jill is standing next to it. You see that spoof commercial they did where it's like a movie trailer where a guy and this woman come downstairs and she's like, wait a minute, that's our candidate and the election's a week away and it's a dead Joe Biden.
no.
And then they're like, they weekend at Bernie's him, you know?
Yep.
Dude, I would love to see Jill Biden break down in tears about how sad she is for Joe's.
I would feel horrible if that happened. But here's the thing with Jill Biden, just Joe Biden specifically. Let's say he is actually in perfect mental health, and it just happens to be the case that he makes these gaffes really often. Let's just say that is a possibility.
Okay.
That is still not the person you want leading
Yeah.
the free world.
Exactly.
You don't want that person negotiating with foreign leaders. You don't want that person giving speeches that need to be given in order to inspire the American people. Like, he's got to be able to string some
6
number of
words?
words
Could you-
together without
could you-
making a serious error.
Could you imagine if he's sitting like, so Trump is negotiating these historic peace deals and he's not like, he just, I guess
And
the
he,
state,
he challenges Putin to a push-up contest
Yeah.
and calls him fat.
look fat. No. But he's talking to Putin and he goes, Vlad, we gotta
Hey, Vlad.
do a deal with the 700 trillion billion thousand.
He doesn't know the number.
Stack
sign-
spaghetti sauce and
He's gonna if this dude can't speak and he gets
What
names
happened?
wrong. Imagine if Putin's sitting there and then instead of saying like we're gonna give the U.S. we want you to give the U.S. X amount of dollars, he accidentally says North Korea.
Or the
and then
wrong
they do
number.
it. They give
Yeah.
North Korea the money.
And then but then Biden signs a deal and they're like, yeah, sign it.
I
He's
don't
like,
think
"Ugh."
that. I don't think that could happen. There's got to be
So-
fail safes there, but that's still
I hope
really
so.
funny.
I
That's
would
still
like to think
hysterical.
so.
Biden gets.
I will say that
That'd
I
be a great movie.
That would be a fantastic film, like Joe
I think
Biden.
I think the corn pop thing is like a decisive, like what will happen if Joe Biden gets elected. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm just gonna make a big stink and then cave
Whoa,
in.
wait a minute. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be awesome to get some of these Biden, like he's like addressing the nation. It's like an Oval Office address. And he's sitting there. He's like all confused. His eyes half closed. And then we just get a rambling grandpa story just like randomly. That'd be kind of fun. It's like you're sitting there, you're stressed out from work and all of a sudden they're like, ladies and gentlemen, the president
It
of
would
the
be kind of
United
fun.
States of America. And he's like, oh, one time I was going down to get a loaf of bread and then sure enough, it's corn pop. He comes back and he's got his knife and it's
Oh
like just
snap! What?
rambling grandpa story hour. You know what I mean?
20 cents. I remember before they
Yeah,
sliced
I remember.
They never sliced bread. When
But Corn Bob had his knife, and so I had the bread, and he sliced it for me.
with a rusty razor.
Yeah, man.
He used to put in a rain barrel and get it,
Oh
bang it
my
on the curb, bang it on the
gosh.
cement.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh my goodness.
Well, don't you remember, Tim? That's what
Putting it
everyone
in a-
does on the south side of Chicago. Puts
Putting-
razors in a rain barrel.
Like,
and
was this
bangs
like
it
one
on
of
the
those
dang- the darn
switch
cement?
razors or something? Like a straight
I think it was a
razor?
straight razor, like you shave with.
Oh my
There's-
god.
and you'd bang it on the rain barrel, put it in the rain barrel,
What does
bang
that
it on the
mean?
curb.
What is this?
You'd get it rusty. Joe Biden, I love how he was discussing this like as if this was something we should just all remember doing. He's like, oh, remember you used to put the razor
don't
in
remember
you put
that,
the razor in
Grandpa.
the water barrel? And it's like,
Don't remember
no, I
it.
never did that, Joe. Actually, and I don't
Dude.
think anyone listening did that either.
Can you imagine as he progresses and starts like losing his filter and then regresses back to like the 1960s
Infancy.
or whatever?
I actually feel really bad for him. I don't know how bad his condition is, but like if it actually is, so part of me thought like he just had a stutter because that's what the media's been
No.
saying. So I was like, no, I'm totally kidding.
He did
Well,
at
I'm
first,
totally
yeah.
He
kidding.
does
I'm
have a
totally
stutter,
kidding.
though.
No, well,
he does, but he's
now.
not. All right, now they're saying
Or
he has a
used
stutter.
to when he was a kid.
Biden was famous for making gaffes for his
Right.
entire political career. There was this weird thing that we saw. We saw it with Clinton, and we also saw it with Obama, where you'd have this like really articulate presidential candidate, and then their VP was just kind of a bumbling guy who couldn't
Yeah.
say things without gaffes. Like that was kind of Al Gore. And I remember my perception, even as a kid, was that Joe Biden was just the Al Gore to Barack Obama's Bill Clinton. He's just clumsy and he misspoke quite frequently. Not that he had some kind of stutter, and the media never said he had a stutter. And now that he's making these ridiculous gaffes in telling stories about a corn pop and his leg hair, I guess they think that's some kind of impediment,
No,
some
no,
kind
when
of a
he-
speech
when-
impediment. Like that's how they're trying to play it off.
When
And
he-
there was a woman who said something about this, and some reporter, I'm blanking on who it was, but it was on one of the mainstream media outlets are like, you're making fun of him? How do children in this
Oh,
country
right,
feel
right.
when they see you making fun of him for his lisp? It's like, what?
Yeah.
Did you see-
that
no,
was
listen,
Laura
listen.
Trump, I think, was
The
one.
the issue that concerns me is when
getting yelled at.
Joe Biden called Donald Trump Abraham Lincoln. It was
Yes,
the
he did.
it was the
It was
weirdest thing to me
amazing.
because he goes, Abraham Lincoln here is the most racist president we've ever had, and I was like, wait, let me stop.
That could have been funny.
My brain
That was
tried to
funny.
very quickly decipher this because the first thing was like, okay, my immediate assumption is Abraham Lincoln over here.
He beat
said,
George.
No, hold on. I was like, he said Abraham Lincoln here is the most racist president we've ever had. But then I'm like, there's no way he would call Trump Abraham Lincoln on stage. Is he saying Abraham Lincoln is the most racist, like the actual
No.
Lincoln? No, they can't be either. So wait, hold on. He called Trump Abraham
he meant
Lincoln?
to say this guy talking about Abraham Lincoln is the most racist president we've ever had.
Was
But
Trump talking about
cut
Abraham
off-
Yes.
Lincoln?
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
then it
He
makes a
left
little
all
more
that
sense.
out.
Stop. Early on, Trump said, I have done more for the black community than perhaps
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln.
Except Abraham Lincoln.
Since
that's
Abraham
right.
Lincoln.
He was
Since
like,
Abraham
I've
Lincoln.
done more for the black community except perhaps Abraham
Since-
Lincoln.
so-
I
so
do
hold on,
remember
so
that.
wait,
President
Which was also
Oh, yeah,
a
except-
hilarious moment. Like
For sure.
I was
I liked
dying
it,
at that.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
but for Joe Biden to think he is getting Trump by calling him Abraham Lincoln was the craziest thing I'd ever heard.
Is
Yeah, I think
did
he meant-
Obama get sworn in on the Lincoln Bible? His whole thing is he
Oh
wanted
my
to be
gosh,
just like
yeah.
Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, at first.
He's your
But
most
then he
racist.
realized he was selling out.
And then, well,
wanted to be like
he
Teddy Roosevelt.
he was proceeded over the beginnings of a civil war, so I guess they weren't
Yeah,
so
they
different.
kinda-
Man, I wish
kinda did.
Obama had gone full Abe Lincoln.
But did you? But no.
He had
I bring
about
this
2
up.
months before he got
I bring this up
co-opted.
because of Trump's response to being called Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
He
That's what I'm
loved
saying.
it. He was
yeah.
he was
I
just
get it.
like
They call me
no. Listen.
Honest Don.
No, no,
It's
no, no.
true.
Honest Don.
He's-
Honest Abe.
He said something like, "You just called me Abraham Lincoln. Where did that come from?" And
Dumb
Biden was like,
mistake.
It's like he had nothing to say. Like he didn't understand. And Trump was like, "You just called me Abraham Lincoln. What is this? What is that?" And he like Biden looked crazy.
Yeah.
He looked nuts. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. So come back to check us out when we go live. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we are also available on all podcast platforms for free if you want to listen to us there. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all next time.